Hello everybody, and we are live. Welcome back to episode 2 of season 2 of Movie Bug Movie Talks. Always great to be here live with everyone. Hello. Today I'm joined by someone who's been on the channel a few times now. He's even been on my podcast now because I like this guy that much. And I have to thank this guy a lot because it was a bit of a late notice one today, like asking him to come on. But very kindly, he's here with us, Mr. Movie Worm himself, Jordan.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me on, James. Appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure, mate. Honestly, it's if there's someone I can sort of always rely on to come on, it's you.
Yeah. We've done a few now, haven't we? I think. Happy to be back for season 2.
Yeah. This has got to be like the 5th time we've done a stream now. Which is great.
I think this might be the 3rd on your channel. I think we've done 2 on mine. I think.
Yeah.
I will have to check IMDb, see what that says.
Yeah, that's right. We've got someone who's always updating our IMDb pages. And the podcast as well now. We got to have you over on that.
Yeah, it was great. I had a great time on that. Thanks for asking me on that as well. First time on a podcast, that as well.
Yeah, no, it was great. I really enjoyed filming that because obviously with the podcast there was no pressure of us answering questions and stuff. We literally just got to sit there and chat, which was nice, I thought.
Yeah. Not a lot of people watching, so no pressure there either.
Exactly. Just me, you, and Ryan just chatting. But nevertheless, we got a lot of questions here already. A lot of people coming by. So hello everyone, and we'll just crack on with the questions.
Yeah, go ahead, right? Let's go for it.
The first one was called 7. Mr. Alex Pitt was here very early. Hope you're both well. Are you guys watching the Oscar nominations tomorrow?
I don't know. The Oscars isn't something I usually get too involved in. I do just watch the highlights and stuff. I've never actually stayed up and watched it live or anything. But I don't know. I don't even know what time they're getting announced, to be honest.
I didn't even know they'd done like a announcement thing for the nominations. But to be honest, I don't really have too much interest in the the Oscars too much anymore anyway, because they never get them right, do they?
No, I mean, I will look out for them tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be watching them live or anything, but yeah, a lot of my favourite films of the year don't seem to get in there. They're more like, I don't know, like really, really great sort of indie movies. Not indie movies, but they've got to have something different about them. Like my favourite film of last year, Nobody's not going to get Oscar nominated. You know what I mean?
But even some of the other ones, I loved Last Night in Soho and Spencer, and they're not getting up to. Spencer shocks me. I thought that would be all over the awards, but
I thought she'd be going up for Best Actress.
She's not at the BAFTA, but then again, we got to remember, who the chairman of BAFTA is, so that's probably why. But if she doesn't go up for a Best Actress at the Oscars, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, she definitely deserves it. It was one of the best performances I've seen last year.
Absolutely. At the minute, the only thing it looks like Will Smith will probably get Best Actor. That's the only one at the minute that I'm like, yes, I agree with that.
Be interested to see what's going on for Best Picture, I suppose.
I was a bit disappointed with Golden Globes, wasn't it, where The Power of the Dog got it.
Yeah. Didn't you like that film, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I did like The Power of the Dog. It just really surprised me that they gave that one like the best film.
Yeah.
But, hey.
There'll be Tragedy of Macbeth, I'm sure, might be up for it. And that's just something that I wouldn't watch in a million years, but maybe I will if it goes up for Best Picture. That's all.
Yeah.
They're them type of films, aren't they? I think you've got to have that sort of thing. For them films.
I must admit, I don't think I'll be watching that film myself, but
yeah, exactly.
Not my thing too much. Next one, top 5 animated films. I don't know if I can do a top 5 off the top of my head. People like to ask questions like this, like, what's your top 5 best films ever? But I don't know. Some of my favorites would definitely be The Lion King, Finding Nemo, and Into the Spider-Verse, I'd actually say.
That was a nice surprise. I like Toy Story 3 a lot. I think that's actually a really, really great movie.
Yeah.
I love Aladdin from 1992. That's like my favorite, drawing animated one, if you like.
That's a great choice, to be fair.
And for a more adult-orientated one, Street Fighter 2, the movie from the 90s, is a really great manga. It's based on the video game. I really enjoy that as well. They're just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that. But I've really got into Studio Ghibli lately. I don't know if you've seen many of their films, but
I've seen Spirited Away.
That's one of the ones I was going to mention. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's really weird though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, when the pigs come out and they I don't know what it was, like the designs for them. I was a bit like, oh, this is very odd.
Quite a creepy opening, actually.
Yeah, I watched the film twice. First watch, it was a very weird movie.
Yeah, that big sewage monster thing that's just coming into the kingdom. I was like, well, what's going on here?
Studio Ghibli. I feel like I don't know. I feel like to enhance the experience of watching them, I feel like honestly, drugs is the way forward.
Sorry, James.
As in, to enhance your experience with Studio Ghibli films, I feel like you need drugs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's your favourite British crime drama? Line of Duty, Peaky Blinders, etc. Well, to be honest, actually, I probably would say Peaky Blinders myself.
I would go with one of his choices as well, but it's probably Line of Duty, to be honest. I just love that show.
Yeah, I really do need to watch that one, to be fair. Because so many people say it's great, but I've heard the finale isn't great though.
Yeah, it's kind of like it had a kind of Game of Thrones feel to it, going by the reaction on social media, where everyone was waiting for this big finale and it disappointed. Yeah, I can sort of get on, but it was okay for me, but I would have liked better. But it's definitely still worth watching. I wouldn't let it put you off or anything. But I did watch a good crime drama mini-series last year called Time with Stephen Graham and Sean Bean, and it was all like a prison drama. That was good. It was only 3 parts.
Oh, right. Well, a lot like my colleague at work and my friend Luke, they keep trying to get, I think it's a crime drama, a new one called The Tourist. I think it's on BBC or it's on the iPlayer, I think. It's got the guy in it from the 50 Shades movies, but apparently he's actually really good in this.
Yeah, I think Carl from Carly and 09 might have reviewed that. I'm not sure. I have heard of it, but I haven't seen it. I've just another one's just popped into my head there though. It's based in Ireland, but it's starring Jamie Dornan. I think he was in 50 Shades of Grey, wasn't he? In one of them or something.
He might have been. He might have been.
And the girl off the X-Files.
Oh, right, yeah. I think I know what one you're on about. I think I remember like posters or something for about when it was on.
Yeah, it's called The Fall. So you see he's like a serial killer, but you see everything from his point of view, and he's got a family and stuff. It's really, really good. Really worth watching.
Okay. That sounds good. I remember one. I think it was like 2018 or something. I think it's Agatha Christie or something. Like I think it was called And Then There Were None. And it was like a 3-part TV crime drama thing. It's a bit of a murder mystery as well. I haven't seen it in ages, but it had like Charles Dance in it, Toby Stevens. That was quite a good one.
I haven't heard of that one, to be honest. I love Charles Dance though.
Yeah, he's great. But I mean, this came out ages ago. I'm surprised even I remember it. Yeah. Favorite Liam Neeson film?
It's so easy to say Taken, isn't it?
See, I've always said Phantom Menace because of my biasness to Star Wars, but I have watched one in the last couple months which I would put above Phantom Menace now, and that'll be Schindler's List.
Oh, Schindler's List, yeah, of course.
Took me ages. I watched it for the first time like 2-3 months ago, and incredible movie.
Yeah, it is. I've only seen it once, but it was a very powerful film. I'll say that. I think you're probably right there, James. When I see Liam Neeson, first ones that come to my head are just these action movies.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I always just think Qui-Gon. I'm like, to me, Liam, because I'm such a big Star Wars fan, I just think, oh, Qui-Gon. It's got to be Star Wars to me. But Schindler's List is definitely better.
Yeah. think you got a favourite and overall best there, haven't you, to choose from? You like?
Although I do love Taken as well, and I really liked the one where he's on the plane, Non-Stop.
Non-Stop, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm aware of it.
It makes me laugh that Bruce Willis got his own category at the Razzies. I actually didn't know this.
He's not making the greatest movies in the world at the minute, is he?
No, it's funny. I've seen like people like that Ralph the Movie Maker on YouTube like talk about all of his films that he's doing over the last couple of years. So I've only seen clips from them, and they look bloody awful.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was a film he brought out right at the end of last year or the start of this year. And I just looked up at it on IMDb and it had like 3 out of 10, you know, like the user reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a shame, really, because he's made some of the best films ever made.
I don't understand. Is he just desperate for money? Because it seems like every film is so low budget now and he puts like 0 effort in.
He can't be, though, can he? I mean, unless he's like squandered all his money away. He's made Pulp Fiction and Die Hard, and he must still have money coming in off them films in some way or another.
Well, that's it. Every now and then he has a big movie still, because he had he had Glass about 4 years back. Yeah. That was pretty big. So
yeah, that's true.
Mr. Playtino guys here. Hello, mate.
Hi, Pete. You okay?
And Alex asks, how's the family life treating you, Jordan?
I was lucky to get on here, to be honest, mate, because we don't get a minute. But
no, I honestly, that's what I'm always sort of like skeptical now. Like, you know, dad now probably got not much time on your hands, so I do.
If I do get a bit of free time, like that, I've sort of. I haven't put as many videos up these days. I sort of record about 3 or 4 of them on a Sunday now, when I used to just record it, then edit it. And I usually record like 3 or 4 on a Sunday and edit them through the week now because I have to. That's like a little chunk of time I get on a Sunday. I wouldn't swap it for the world, but it's also put me off having another.
Yeah.
Hope my girlfriend's not watching.
I mean, obviously, this is no excuse compared to you because obviously you've got a child to look after. But I'm the same now. I just film everything on the weekends and then sort of edit throughout the week now.
Sometimes it's hard when you come home from work as well, and you go, I've got to go and get a video done and stuff. It is better. I actually like this process. I think it's easier, to be honest.
It is. Although my problem is I get excited when I've edited a video. I'm like, yes, okay, it's done. I want to put it out there. So I'll upload all my videos like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll have nothing Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, because you film like 3 and you've got them out, and then Thursday, Friday you're struggling. Yeah.
I literally had my Eternals unboxing today, which I wanted to do because it came out today, and then I've got a subscriber mail video going up in the morning, and I've got my end of the month video filmed. And I sort of want to get that out as quick as I can because we're 7 or 8 days into February now. So.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are still watching, James. I love watching them ones that you do.
I really enjoy doing them ones. They just take ages to edit, like putting the posters in.
Yeah.
But hey, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Hey, hope you're both doing well. So I finally saw Nightcrawler last night. Wow, what a hidden gem. The suspense in the last 20 minutes. Have either of you seen it? And what did you think? I think you've seen this, haven't you, Jordan?
Yeah, I know you're a bit of a fan, aren't you?
I loved it because during the first lockdown, me, Ryan and Luke were having these little watch parties. Like, we'd all pick a film and we'd watch one every night. And we'd sit there like middle-aged women with glasses of wine, sitting there watching these movies. We'd talk about it as we're watching them. And I think it was Ryan who suggested Nightcrawler, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, that was incredible.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal just shows what he can do in this film.
Yeah, he's so good.
It's already sinister in a way, and then it goes even more sinister when he starts making it happen himself and stuff, so he can get there first. It's a really good idea for a movie, actually. I love how dark it is and gritty. It's a great film. I've only seen it the once, but I would like to return to that at some point. I thought it was great, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I finished it, I went and found it's somewhere here in the collection, a Blu-ray for my room. I was like, I need to have that one on my wall behind me.
Yeah, you gotta have that in the collection, I think.
Yeah, such a good movie, and I just really love Jake Gyllenhaal. He genuinely has become one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I mean, I think you watched The Guilty last year. I thought he was amazing in that. For a straight to Netflix movie, I thought it was actually one of his best performances. I thought he was amazing in it.
I think, because I saw 105 films last year. That one actually made it into my top 30. So that was one of the best Netflix films last year for me.
Yeah. The fact that it all just takes place in a small room, it just shows you what you can do with a very simple concept and not much budget, if you like.
Well, apparently it only took him 7 days to film. And it's I watched it, I was like, I can believe that. But his performance was mind-blowing.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Bring Your Own Popcorn is here. Hello, my two Blu-ray brothers. How are you this evening? Very good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm all good, mate.
I'm not sure.
Blu-ray brothers.
I'm not sure you're going to know this one, Jordan, because you're not a big Doctor Who person, are you?
I'm not against watching it, James. I've just never really got into it, to be honest.
It's one of those things where it's 13 seasons deep now, where it's hard to say to someone go watch it because it's it's a big commitment now.
I'm not saying I'll never watch TV shows that have got long seasons and stuff, but it does off-put you a little bit at times, especially when it's not something that really jumps at me, to be honest. But I hear everyone say how good it is, so maybe I should give it a go.
I think the first 5 seasons definitely watching. The thing with Doctor Who is whenever a new Doctor comes in, the show sort of reinvents itself. You can sort of pick eras to watch as well.
Right.
So that's the fun thing about it, I think. But favourite episode of Torchwood, which is the spin-off show with John Barrowman, I would probably say the season 3 story arc. I couldn't say an individual episode. I don't know it that well. Who are your favourite British actors? Mine are Tim Curry, Malcolm McDowell. Is that how you say it? McDowell?
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell. He's in the Rob Zombie Halloween films.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know him. He was in Last Night in Soho as well recently, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was, yeah. The old guy at the bar, is he?
Yeah, I think that's him, yeah.
No, hang on, I don't know, James. I can't really remember.
I think that's him, isn't it? He gets hit by a... I don't want to spoil the movie for people who haven't seen it.
I can't remember.
I'm sure that's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. Anthony Hopkins, Jeremy Irons, and Robert Shaw. Jeremy Irons is a really great pick, by the way. I love Jeremy Irons.
I love Jeremy Irons in Die Hard 3.
Yeah, he's really good in that. I really liked him as Alfred in the DC films. I'm a bit sad he didn't get a longer run.
Yeah, I seen a post the other day saying that there hasn't been a bad Alfred when you think about it, and I think that's true, actually.
And I think, what's his face? Andy Serkis is a perfect cast for him as well. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah. Oh, I just can't wait for that film. But I don't know who my favourite British actor is. It's really hard to think of. Malcolm McDowell is really good. Obviously, Clockwork Orange, he's in that as well, hasn't he? As Alex. And I think that's a brilliant performance by him. Andy Hopkins has got to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, but I'd say an underrated one for me is Craig Fairbrass. Now, he's in the Rise of the Foot Soldier films. I think he should be up there in Hollywood myself, personally, because he's got such a great screen presence. But one we mentioned before, Charles Dance, I think he should be up there.
I love Charles Dance. Do you know, I want to say Bill Nighy. I really like Bill Nighy. He's one of my favourite actors. Because he's just been cast in... they're doing a Man Who Fell to Earth sequel, and I think he's playing David Bowie's character, which I thought was a bit of an odd choice, but I'm just excited to see Bill Nighy in something, because I swear I haven't seen that man in a blockbuster in
It's not actually David Bowie in the film playing himself in the old one, is it? Is he playing a character?
I think he's playing the character. I heard it was a sequel or reboot, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what that was about, but I saw it today that he's been cast in something to do with it.
I'd say Robert Shaw is really good in Jaws, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to think at the top of your head. But
It is, because I must admit I'm struggling a minute. Colin Firth, I like him. Andrew Garfield, good one. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's like these questions are much easier. Like for a video where you can sit down, really do your research, and get a good.
And you've got all your bullet points.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say I'd definitely say Charles Dance is in my top 3.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, he is. I mean, ever since I saw him, I mean, he plays my favorite character in Game of Thrones. So purely because of that, I love the man.
Yeah, I love him. That's one of the ones I'm thinking of, Game of Thrones, where he's great in it.
Yeah, he was my favorite. I met Charles Dance at one of the Comic Cons.
I
was so nervous meeting him because I was like, "Oh, you're meant to be a strict old man," and he was quite nice.
Yeah, he always plays not always, but most of the time he's playing the villain as well, isn't
he? Yeah, he always seems to die in his movies as well. I want to see the man survive some.
Yeah. Speaking of Comic Con, I was looking at tickets before. There's one in Liverpool in May. I know I was speaking to you about it. Nothing ongoing, like, because the Kubrick High Gang are there, aren't they? But they've just announced Peter Weller's.
Yeah, we spoke about it when we did the podcast, didn't we? I think.
Yeah, but Peter Weller's there now, who's RoboCop. So I'm just gonna have to go.
Well, I was gonna say, well, that's you going then.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a Comic Con now since 2019. Because I missed the one that happened in London in I think it was September or October, because I think we were just gearing up to go on holiday, me and my mates, and we were all very low on money. So we were like, we can skip this.
Yeah.
But I would like to get back to them.
I've never actually been to one, so it's exciting for me. It'd be my first time, so
honestly, they're amazing. I love them. Because you get the ones, like the film ones, where you just get to meet people, but then the MCM ones is full on people in costumes having photos with you. It's just really fun.
Yeah.
Just saw Jackass Forever, was amazing. The best Jackass movie yet. What are your thoughts on it? I haven't seen it, so
yeah. I thought it was great. I haven't never seen the second Jackass. I don't know why. But there was some brutal moments in this. The whole cinema, it was kind of like, you know, the way Spider-Man was an experience at the cinema.
Yeah.
This was in a totally different way, because people were just laughing their ass off, and then they'd be like wincing, going, "Oh!" It was like that all the way through the film. Yeah, I thought it's up to now my favorite film I've seen this year, even though I've only seen like 6 or 7.
See, I don't know.
I really liked it.
I don't know whether to count it on my list, because it's just, is it a movie? It's just them acting stupid and they put it into an hour and a half thing that goes on the big screen.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of a elongated version of the show, isn't it? But there's an opening scene that's quite movie-like. It's like this monster sort of terrorizing the town. But then it turns into something else. When you see it, you'll know what I mean. But you try and make it more than a TV show episode, if you like. You try and go to extremes and stuff, so it feels like more of a movie, if you like. Yeah.
No, I've actually only ever seen the first Jackass movie. I haven't seen the others, so I'm quite excited. We were talking about going to the pub before and having a few drinks before to try and make it even more funny for us.
Yeah. Probably get you in the mood.
Yeah, exactly. So according to IMDb, Jordan has been in 4 episodes. Been in 4? I didn't know. People know my streams better than I do.
Don't read that last bit out.
Well, hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Are you both watching Trigger Point on ITV? I'm not. I don't even know what this is.
That's not the Martin Freeman TV show, is it? I can't remember.
I think I've seen it advertised, actually. Yeah.
I think because if it's based in Liverpool as well, so I should really watch it. But
no,
I haven't. I think it's that one she's talking about.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. I've seen it advertised, but I haven't seen it myself.
My cousin's been telling me about it in work. He said it's really good. So
I do trust it's good, to be fair. Martin Freeman, I can't imagine him doing something a bit naff, really. He's a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
Favorite Jack Nicholson film other than the Batman and The Shining? Oh, well, I was going to say The Shining. I've really got to think now. Maybe Chinatown?
I've had Jack Nicholson in my head all day because I've been working on my Batman 1989 review there. So, Chinatown, I've only seen that once, and it never really hit home with me, James, but I was about 14 at the time. I probably need to give that another go.
Yeah, I didn't love it, I'll be honest. I liked it a lot, but I didn't love it.
It's one of them you see in top 100 movie of all time lists and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it happens. Like Goodfellas was bigged up so much for me, and I do really like Goodfellas, but I watched it and I was like, I don't think it's as amazing as some people have made out. But
yeah, you get that with some films, don't you? I mean, they get so built up.
That's it. I do think some of them, it's like the Godfathers as well. I do really like the first two Godfathers, but do I think they're brilliant? I don't know. I'll probably give them like 8s out of 10, whereas I know most people will be like 9 or 10.
Yeah. So I must admit, like, because I said I give Chinatown, I need to give it another watch. I didn't like The Godfather 1 and 2 that much at first. And now I've watched them. I think they're the best 2 films I've made. So sometimes rewatches do help. I'm not saying that'll happen for you, but
no, yeah, I definitely know what you mean there, because there are some films which I never really used to care for much, and I think as I've watched them over time, I've just really grown on them.
But Jack Nicholson, best movie. They are probably me 2 best.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what else I've even seen with him in, to be honest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is quite a good film, to be honest.
Yeah,
I've probably one of the best films I've ever seen.
I was sent that as fan mail. I need to watch that.
Haven't you seen it yet?
No. It's high on the list though.
Yeah, it's worth watching, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a few actors in there as well, like you'll probably know they were very early in their careers, so.
Okay. Yeah, it's high on my list to watch. I do really want to get around to that one, to be fair. We're getting the first Ring of Power trailer on Sunday. I did not know that.
Neither did I. I just know they released the posters, didn't they?
Yeah, the posters were awesome. I'm so excited for this show.
There's a lot of shows coming this year, but I think this is me number 1 to watch. I think maybe this or The Last of Us, if that's coming this year. But I heard rumours that this was going to be kind of like by Game of Thrones, where it's going to go for the violence and stuff. Whether that'll work or not, I don't know, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm really curious about it. I'd say for me, it's my second most anticipated show this year, so I am really looking forward to it.
You're gonna have to tell us which your first one is now.
It's gotta be Obi-Wan. It's it's just my childhood coming back. I know that what's it called? The Ring of Power will probably be better than Obi-Wan, but my childhood.
Well, just before I come on this stream, I was on Facebook and it said they think it's cost $450 million.
It's the most expensive show ever made, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. So that just shows. And when they release like 22 posters, that's kind of me, them saying this is how epic it's gonna be. We know movies and stuff give you 3 or 4 posters, but we're giving you 22. Yeah. So
it's one of those things. Me and Ryan always say stuff like this, like when something's this hyped up, and it's like, what if it's bad?
Yeah. I hope not. I don't think it will be, but we just never know.
We could say that about the Batman as well, because it looks so good, but it's like, what if it's bad?
To be honest, I have been guilty of hyping films up in the past, but I have full 100% faith in the Batman.
So do I. Yeah.
I kind of like. I can 99% certain it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It just has that touch of class about it in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, I'm very confident as well, I must say.
Yeah. But Lord of the Rings, I can't wait for that trailer. To be honest, nice one for Alex for letting me know. Yeah.
No, I'm buzzing for that. I'm going to skip about some of the comments here, guys, just because I know that people are still putting comments in, and I'm still at 7:40. So
that's me talking too much.
Oh no, don't worry, it's me as well, mate. Trust me, I always struggle to get through them all. Will you be picking up the Beatles Get Back when it comes out late this month? I 100% will. I mean, you're from Liverpool, Jordan. You should love the Beatles.
Yeah, I know. I've just never really got into them, James. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. I do like the songs and stuff, but it's not. I don't know. I just. I see a lot of Beatles culture and stuff around Liverpool where I go.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what, mate? I've got no defence for that.
When I went to Liverpool, like every street there was a huge poster or a statue of one of them.
Yeah, I didn't know you've been to Liverpool, James. Or did you tell me this on a podcast? I think you might have actually.
I was really I was 13 or something, maybe 14, maybe
All right.
a bit older. So it was a long time ago. I really want to go back there this year because I remember when I went there before, I was desperate to go into the Cavern Club. And I got into the Cavern Club, and obviously I was underage, so I couldn't drink. And I was not that I drank back then. I was like, I just want to get a beer in the Cavern Club, so I done it. So I went with my grandparents, and my nan had to buy me a beer. We took it upstairs, and I had to drink it on the street. I didn't even like beer. I still don't, to be honest. But I was just drinking it like, yes, a beer from the Cavern Club.
Well, you'll love it here now that you can drink and stuff, because there's a lot to do with the Beatles up here. Like.
Yeah, I'm sure this time, like last time, I couldn't get a drink in there. This time, I'll get too many drinks in there. Is the problem? Favorite movie quote? That's. See, that's another one of those that I like to try and think about.
I know, man, but
go on. What's yours?
No, it's just I don't know if you remember on RoboCop where they shoot that guy in the leg in the van when they're getting chased at the start, and they pick him up, and he just says, "Can you fly, Bobby?" Throws him at the windscreen. He's no good. I think that's me. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's my personal favorite.
I don't know what mine is. Again, if I really thought about it, I reckon I could come up with something else. But the Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park always cracks me up. Where he just sees the dino shit and he just takes his glass up. That's one big pile of shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now. But do you know what? I was actually watching the 100 Greatest Movie Quotes, and number one was amazing. But it's from a film I'd never seen, and it was Steven Seagal watching this TV, and he's coming after this senator, and the senator's on the TV, and he says something about a bank. Take that to the bank or something. And Steven Seagal goes, "I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank."
Oh dear, I love that. I don't know. I prefer the funnier quotes like that. They make the films more memorable.
There's a lot of good Arnie ones out there as well.
Oh, Arnie. Put that cookie down.
Yeah. He's the king of one-liners, isn't he?
He is. Well, no, the best movie quote's got to be The Room, where it's I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit.
God, I still haven't seen that film. You telling me on the podcast I need to watch it. Like
you honestly, you need to do it with a couple people though, and you need to have a few drinks.
Yeah, it's so bad it's good, isn't it? Yeah,
it really is. Favorite Gene Wilder movie? I mean,
I probably have to say Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I think I do as well. I'm gonna have a quick Google to see if there's anything I'm missing, but I mean,
he does a lot of comedy, doesn't he? But I haven't seen. I've seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like Blazing Saddles was a funny film back in the day as well. But I'd definitely say Willy Wonka myself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree. I actually haven't seen many of his other films. Just looking through some of them on Google. So. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree on Willy Wonka with that one.
Yeah.
Mr. Winslow is here. Hello, mate. Line of Duty is 100% worth watching. Yeah, it had a bad ending, but it might still come back, and every other episode is great. Oh, fair enough. Well, I've heard a lot of people say that because my mum's watched it as well, and she says it's really good as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that last episode put you off. I'd say the finale of series 3 is definitely one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen in my life as well. So.
Yeah, I do really need to watch it, to be fair. I might make that one of my next shows. At the minute, I'm rewatching Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I'm watching. Me and my mates booked a trip to Benidorm in a couple months. So I've been watching the British comedy show Benidorm.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of episodes of that. It's quite funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really beat British comedy at times, can you?
Yeah, I must admit, I have seen a few of the early seasons before, but it's a lot funnier than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've still got 2 shows on the go at the minute, so I'm going to try and finish those. But then I might do Line of Duty finally.
Well, there's only like 6 episodes in each series, so it's not too big, to watch. But lucky you going to Benidorm, love that place.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been before. I've always sort of wanted to go because I've heard it's a bit, it's quite an amusing place to go, Benidorm.
Sorry.
Bit amusing, I think is the word I would describe what I've heard it is like.
You'll have fun there, put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we will. All-inclusive hotel as well, so that's
can't go wrong, mate.
What are the first films you're excited to show your child, Jordan? Oh, that's an interesting question.
I don't know. There's a lot, but it depends if my fiance will let him watch certain ones at certain ages and stuff. I mean, because I just throw him in at the deep end if it was up to me and let him watch Nightmare on Elm Street when he's 5 and stuff. I don't know. I like to bring them up on the older Disney ones at first, like Aladdin and Lion King and stuff. But whether that's going to appeal to, I don't know. I'd like to, but I'm more excited to show him the 80s action stuff like Commando and Predator and obviously RoboCop, Terminator and stuff like that. Stuff that's not too heavy, but he, probably watch it when he's like 9 or 10 or something, I suppose.
Yeah. I remember my parents showing me those ones when I was growing up as well. I mean, I sort of had like the Disney classics growing up, and then my dad was Star Wars. I think was the first one he showed me, which is why I love it so much, probably. And I'm saying if I ever have a kid, he or she is gonna like Star Wars. There's no there's no buts. They're gonna like it.
I'm gonna have to show them Star Wars early on, I think, because it's an important film. Everyone loves it, and I know it doesn't quite hit me like it does with you, James. But I think that's a good one to get him into film. I think
good escapism. I think good escapism.
I was actually gonna throw that on Saturday morning. Then New Hope. I thought, you know what, I might just give these another go again. It's on the brink of being watched again by me because I want to give them another go. I've only ever watched them all 2 or 3 times in my life. So, and it's been a while as well. So I think New Hope's coming for the rewatch soon.
See, I think the original 6 George Lucas Star Wars films, I must have watched them all about 100 to 200 times each. It's probably a very unhealthy number how many times I've seen those films. Is it going to be a films I've watched in January 2022 video? There is. It's filmed. And I've put the thumbnail up on my Instagram. This is why people should follow me on Instagram, because I do tease the videos. And
I don't mind. I forgot to include 2 films I watched, and I was just kicking myself at the end.
Yeah, I always do that. I always miss films out, I must admit. Watched Ghostbusters Afterlife the other day. Absolutely loved it. This is coming from someone who isn't a big Ghostbusters fan. Yeah, I'm actually sort of the same. Like, I do love the first Ghostbusters, but I'm not a diehard Ghostbusters fan because it's sort of like there's just one great movie, and then it's like what we've been waiting 40 years for another really good one. But yeah, I agree. I thought Afterlife was awesome.
Yeah. I think it just missed out on me top 10 of the year. I think I had it 11th or 12th.
Funny enough, I had it.
I really enjoyed it. I like the way they went in a new direction, not just going into the city of New York. They went on like sort of a country town type, little small town in the country there, and I just think it worked a lot better. I thought the McKenna Grace was brilliant, and a good emotional ending that paid a lot of homage to fans. So
I thought it was really good. I mean, I don't want to go too heavy into spoilers because I know it's only just got its Blu-ray release, but what they did with the actor who's passed away, whose name's escaping me in a minute, I thought that was so perfectly handled.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching Chris Stuckman's review, and he said Jason Reitman must have had so much pressure on his shoulders to do that film, and he done it perfectly, that ending, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I'm like you, James. I like Ghostbusters. I've watched it a lot of times, but I'm not a massive fan of it. But I do like them. To be honest, I've actually enjoyed all 4 of them.
Ooh. Can we not
say one of them admittedly not as much as the other 3, but I still enjoyed it.
I think again it's one of those things where if you grew up with it, my parents brought me up on a lot of the blockbusters like Star Wars, Jaws, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2. but funny enough, Ghostbusters was never really one of them that they brought me up on. That was one I discovered later on.
Yeah, it's weird as well because it's one of the most popular films ever, isn't it? Really, in film history, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sorry if you can hear some background noise there, James.
Oh, no, it's all right, It's all good. Sabine, Awesome Gaming went charity shop hunting on Saturday. See, I've never really done that because I just never have any luck in charity shops.
I've done it, but yeah, I'm like you. I've sort of give up now because I just don't find anything.
Nah, normally I just see like DVDs of like Volume 1 of Series 2 of Doctor Who, and it's like, who the hell is buying this?
I used to collect video games a lot, and every single one I went in, it was just FIFA 12, FIFA 13. Yeah. And it's kind of the same with Blu-rays and DVDs. It's just films that you see in Poundland and stuff.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I see some people in the groups who get so lucky sometimes. They'll go in there for like a brand new release for like £2, and it's like, I would never have this luck.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Well, I remember when I used to go hunting for records a lot more. I went into a charity shop and I found a record from the 90s. It was a McCartney one. And it was priced up at £10. And I knew it was worth a lot more than that. I brought it home and it was worth like £120. So I was very happy that day. I was like, oh yeah.
That's the thing as well, like with the charity shops, I don't think the like CEX where they actually look up everything, they just slap a price on it, don't they? So sometimes you can get lucky in them there.
I think they just guess sometimes. They can't be bothered. Like Blu-ray films, people don't buy them anymore. They're not as popular. Cheap price on it, bam. But you know, brand new release, laughing. Where am I at? I lost where I was. Hello, fellas. I watched Encanto today and really liked it. Music was really well done. Yeah, it came out on Blu-ray today, didn't it? And I was very upset because I couldn't get it because I bought that stupid Mandalorian helmet last week and I've got no money left. I enjoyed Encanto.
I don't think it was. I think I liked Raya and stuff better from last year, but I still enjoyed it. It was good, and the music was excellent. Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I actually preferred Encanto to Raya, I think.
But yeah, I know. I think I was one. There wasn't many people who put Raya in the top 10, and I was one of them. And a lot of people were putting Luca and stuff in there, and But I mean, I still enjoyed it a lot, you know.
Yeah. No, I liked all of the 3 Disney/Pixar efforts last year. I thought Raya was good. I did personally prefer Encanto and Luca, but I thought they were all really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a solid year, really, for Disney, Pixar.
Yeah. And I mean, this year, what we've got, we got Turning Red, Lightyear, and I'm not sure what Disney's one is. I know they have a film coming out this year, but I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I've got out my head as well. Didn't that Turning Red get moved just straight to Disney Plus? It's not coming to cinemas now, is it?
Turning Red isn't. No.
Yeah. It's a shame, that really. But
as long as Lightyear goes to cinema, because I'm actually very, very excited for Lightyear.
No, I think it will, James. That's the Toy Story franchise makes a lot of money at the cinema, so I think they will put that on.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like, this is what they've had. Soul, Luca, and Turning Red all go straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you think they make more money at the cinema, but I don't really know how they make money off that. Obviously they do, but I just don't know how it works, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame because like Luca and Soul were just so good. It's like I would have loved to have seen them on the big screen, but
yeah, especially with the animation. Like every time I review one of them films, it just I have to mention it, but the animation just gets better and better and better, doesn't it?
It does. See, another one I wish I'd seen, and I wish they'd put in cinema is that the Mitchells versus the Machines.
Yeah, it was meant to be as well, wasn't it? Because I seen a trailer at the cinema a few times, and then the pandemic hit. The next minute it just came to Netflix.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it on the big screen because I think that animation would have been gorgeous on the big screen. I think, but well. The last HMV premium sale, I bought this film called After Time. Malcolm McDowell, underrated. Recommend it the next sale. Okay, I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I know a lot of the premium titles, but I can't remember ever seeing that one, to be honest. So yeah, I'll look out for that next time.
I haven't really picked up any premiums for a while now. I haven't really picked up many like Criterions either. It's the Arrow Video ones I always tend to pick up now because I find them normally their sales are on more. That's why I pick up Arrow Video stuff more. But I kind of have a lot more fun with Arrow Video titles.
Yeah. Some of them are cheesy as hell, but they're just fun, aren't they? But some of them are really classy films as well, to be honest. But I think the cover art helps draw you in as well.
Yeah, because I watched this in January, and people will be able to see me talk about it either tomorrow or Wednesday in my end of the month video. Watch The Burbs.
Oh yeah, one of my favourite films ever. That.
Like for me, it wasn't even recommended because I discovered like Jamie Powell loves it as well. But like, I just picked it up because I was like, oh, Tom Hanks. Then I just put it on the other like about 2 weeks ago. I was like, well, what the hell? This is so fun.
Yeah, it's just a fun film, isn't it? With great characters around the neighborhood, and I love the way they're all acting like little kids.
Yeah,
they're all like 40-year-old men.
I already want to rewatch it, which is the best thing about it.
Yeah, my uncle was babysitting me and my sister years ago, and he just said, well, let's see what's on TV tonight. And he looked at the TV guide. He went, we're watching The Burbs. Trust me, it's good. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. And I've just watched it so many times. Like, that's one of my most watched films of all time, I'd say.
I can honestly see why. Like there's a few films in the Arrow Video range now. There's that, Tremors, Killer Clowns, American Werewolf in London. I feel like I could watch those films on in any mood.
Yeah. I think they do. I mean, they have some duds in there, but they are... like the classier titles they've got, they make sure they grab them because there's a lot of favourites in there from people from the 80s and stuff. So
that's it. Yeah, I kind of like the throwback look of the 80s movies. Like I get a bit like I love modern cinema. I do. I will try and defend modern blockbusters, but like I keep seeing the trailer for Uncharted, and it just looks like there's just too much CGI. It's like I kind of like going back to the 80s where it's like not much CGI here.
I think I'm one of the very few people who are looking forward to Uncharted because everyone's writing it off and stuff. But I will agree with you. It does look kind of look like Jungle Cruise a little bit in a way. Like there's just lots of CGI backgrounds and stuff. I do get that. I think it's just because I'm a fan of the games that I'm really looking forward to. And I sort of want it to be good because I want video game movies to be good. So, but I realise there's every chance that film could be terrible.
I mean, hey, I'm going to go in with an open mind, but we'll see. But I think the thing is, I know that it's probably cheaper and easier for them to make films the way they do now, CGI them. But it's like you watch something like the first 3 Pirates films, and they're out on location, and you can tell it's like they look so much better.
Yeah,
I missed that.
It's a bit of an eyesore, isn't it? Like the newer ones, a little bit. But yeah, I agree. When they use practical effects and stuff like that in these 80s films, you can tell heart's gone into it and stuff. And it feels a little bit lazy when they do it this way, doesn't it?
I agree. Yeah, it's a shame, but I suppose it's cheaper for them and easier.
Yeah, especially with the film industry now, they're very careful, aren't they, with what they put on screen. Like you hardly get original movies anymore, like original stories and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do really like modern cinema, as I say, but yeah, it's just very different to what it once was.
Yeah.
So we have Bully Maguire, the memes version of Tobey Maguire. Are we going to get an angry Garfield and a Rob Holland? I'm guessing this is just like because people love memeing the Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3. I guess.
I'm lost here, James. Sorry.
It's like because we've got Bully Maguire. It's everyone taking the piss out of how he was in Spider-Man 3. He done his emo hair and he done all the dancing.
Oh yeah.
And I think Jim's saying, are we going to get versions of Andrew and Tom Holland being weird like that?
Maybe.
I can't lie. I love watching those scenes from Spider-Man 3 where Tobey Maguire's doing all the weird dancing. It's just so uncomfortably weird.
Yeah, and doesn't he like move his hair or something as well?
Yeah. He puts the suit on. It's like, how do we make him look like he's going bad? And he just goes like,
yeah. It's one of the strangest scenes in cinema history, that dance down the road.
Oh, I kind of love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Mad Max film?
I like the second one, but Fury Road didn't quite hit me like it hit everyone else. But I'm probably gonna have to rewatch it. I didn't expect that film to be that just one big epic chase thing. I didn't expect it to be like that, and maybe that's what threw me off. But I do like the second one. The second one is probably my favorite.
I am gonna go with Fury Road. I am one of those people which I remember seeing trailers for it, and this was before I really got into films. I was sort of getting into them when this film came out, I think. So I remember seeing the trailers thinking, that looks really good. I just never saw it in cinema, so I bought like the Blu-ray when it came out, and I was blown away by it.
Yeah, I mean, visually, it's a stunning film. It is.
Yeah.
I think that'll look good on 4K, actually.
Yeah, it's one that I've been meaning to upgrade, actually. I have a really nice 3D copy of it somewhere, but yeah, I would like to get the 4K, I must admit.
Meant to be getting a spin-off of that, aren't we? Just called Furiosa. It's what's her name's character in it? She's meant to be getting her own film, I think.
Yeah, Charlize Theron's character, and Anya Taylor-Joy's playing her, isn't she? I believe.
Oh, is she? I didn't know it was Charlize Theron coming back.
I'm pretty sure Anya Taylor-Joy's been cast. I'm pretty certain that's a thing.
I'll be watching that then.
Yeah. It's quite funny. I thought those Rings of Power posters were adverts for hand cream.
You know what? They weren't the most exciting posters, were they? Let's be honest.
No, I must admit they weren't, but they still got me excited. I'm just really excited for that show.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Mr. Rob Effects Bounty is here. Hello, mate. To all the Game of Thrones fans, the studio tour opened last Friday in the Mill Studios outside of Belfast. Okay, it's amazing and entering the whole world. I'd say it's even better than the Harry Potter one. You know what? I still haven't been to that Harry Potter Studios, and it's only like half an hour away from me. I really should go.
I've heard it's amazing.
But I didn't even know about this Game of Thrones one.
Neither did I. It's something to go to, though, definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to visit that. Like, I can imagine walking around some of the sets. It's just incredible.
Yeah. Oh, why did it? Why did it have to have that finale? Like, why did they rush it? It's like everyone's sort of forgotten about it. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Everyone was so on Game of Thrones at the end. They're all just so disappointed with that end. It's kind of lost its way in history a little bit.
Me and Ryan say this. We've never seen someone drop or like fans drop a show as quick as people drop Game of Thrones. Like, it went from being potentially the most talked about thing ever alongside Star Wars and Marvel to no one gives a shit anymore.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at,
Yeah, it's so screw that ending.
I didn't hate the final season. I thought it was good in places, but that finale was bad. Like the last episode, it just took everything away. Like the worst character in the whole series.
Yeah.
Honestly, at the end.
as soon as the Night King went a third of the way through the final season, I knew we were in trouble. I was like, this is not looking good.
I really wanted Lena Headey to get the worst death in the world as well. And it's like they were teasing you all the way through it. Don't worry, we'll give her a brutal death. And some rocks fell on her and that were off screen.
The funniest thing was that if she'd stood to the left by like 5 steps, not even that, like 2 steps, she would have been fine. So not a brick there.
Yeah. I've seen people trying to defend it as well, saying, oh, she's been killed with her true lover. It's the worst death she could have gone. I was like, no, she deserved
Yeah.
Putting in a fire.
Yeah, she deserved the Ramsay Bolton or Joffrey type death.
Yeah.
Do you think Gary Busey? Who the hell is that?
Gary Busey. He's off Point Break, I think. I think he's Keanu Reeves' cop friend and that. He was in Big Brother, wasn't he? The Celebrity Big Brother.
That's probably why I don't know him. For me, I would love to see Willem Dafoe play the Joker, but I feel like now he's done he done Green Goblin ages ago, but now he's come back and done Green Goblin again, and he was very Jokery in that. I don't feel like he could do it now, but I think Willem Dafoe would have been the best Joker.
He's already come out and said he's got an idea for a Joker 2 film, hasn't he? But I don't know if it's something I'd like to see, but it could work. But I think he would be good as the Joker,
yeah.
I don't think Gary Busey would, no.
No,
honestly. It's interesting. I've heard rumours about the Joker in this new Batman, like theories and stuff. And if we think the guy who's playing him is going to play him, he will make an interesting one. So
it's the guy who's in the Eternals, isn't it? Is it not the actor?
Barry, is his name Barry something?
Oh, I'm not sure. Because I read like a theory that apparently there was a scene shot where he's at the end of the movie in a cell or something, like laughing. It's like, that sounds pretty cool.
Well, but I don't know if you've seen it. I think you have seen it. But there's a moment where a shutter lifts up and Batman is talking to someone who's behind bars. They've got like criminal shit on, but you don't see his face. And you see Batman bang on the window. And I'm just wondering, is that the Joker? Who is that? You know, so
yeah, it's one of those things where, like, because my mate, Ryan, he really doesn't want the Joker to be in any of these films. I think a lot of people worn out the Joker. And I've got to say, I don't want the Joker to be a main villain in any of these films. I'd like to see some other ones, but I really still want the Joker to have a presence. I feel like you can't have Batman without the Joker.
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite. I mean, like, I'm happy for him to not be in this one, but if they ended the film like Batman Begins and said he's going to be in the next one, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, I'd sort of just... I want him to be in the films, I just don't want him to be the main villain myself. I just want to see some of the ones we haven't seen before. I want to see like a good Mr. Freeze or Scarecrow be a main villain or something.
Yeah. I think Heath Ledger would have carried on in The Dark Knight Rises in some way or other. I think they would have put him in that film because he died. I think they sort of thought like it's not right to do that.
Yeah.
But he didn't die at the end of the second one, so I think they would have done that. But yeah, I mean, the Joker's my favourite comic book villain ever, so I'd be happy to see him main villain, side villain, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I find it a bit ironic, really. Like with the original Batman films, they regretted killing the Joker. So with the Christopher Nolan ones, they're like, we'll keep him alive, and then the actor dies. It's so unfortunate, but.
Yeah. I think they made a mistake at the end of that Batman '89 one.
I think so. Like, I'm not a big. Don't know. These big iconic villains, when they do them in one movie, it does upset me a little bit. It's like with Let There Be Carnage. Carnage is such a great comic book villain, and one movie, bam, done.
Yeah. So, I remember you were a bit upset about that.
Oh, that film sucked.
I was talking about this with my mate in work today, and he likes Venom 2 better than Spider-Man Far From Home. And he might be watching this actually because I said I was on it, but I was just like, just not for me. I'm totally the opposite.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What video games are you currently playing and more looking forward to? I'm not great on games, I'll admit. I mean, I'm actually not playing any at the minute. I haven't touched my Switch or PlayStation in a couple of weeks, but I can't wait for Lego Star Wars.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I'm very basic with games. I would never ever go out my way and say I know a lot about games because I don't.
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto Definitive Trilogy remastered at the minute. You know, the PS, and it got a lot of hate on the internet. I don't know why, because I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah, I haven't really come across any glitches or anything, so I don't know why people are so. I think it's because maybe it's a popular game and they'll pick one little thing and make a video about it and everyone will jump on it. I don't know, but I haven't encountered hardly anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just finished Resident Evil 7, which was great, scary game, and I also played a little bit of Deathloop, which is a PS5 game, but I need to get back into that. So
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have barely touched my PS5 in the last few months. I must admit. I mean, the Switch goes on every now and then because it's a good family one. Like me and my parents play Mario Kart or something. But my PS5 is just getting used as a 4K player at the minute. So I know there's people out there who are desperate to get a PS5, and they're probably screaming at me like, "Give it to me! I'll make use of it."
By the way, when I say I'm playing GTA and that, I'm talking like 10 minutes and then the baby wakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can imagine my colleague at work. He's just had a baby as well, and it's the same thing for him. I go, oh, like we'll talk about films a lot. He'll be like, you got about halfway through it, and then the child interrupted me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, me and here used to sit down and watch films about 7:30. Now it's like 20 to 9 when he falls asleep. We have to start watching one. And last night we watched one. There's half an hour left, which we're going to watch after this live stream. She just falls asleep.
Yeah. Oh dear. Where are we at? Okay. What is your favourite movie decade? I think we're going to have the same answer.
Mine's the 90s.
Oh no! I do remember you saying the 90s. See, I'm going to go 80s.
I wouldn't argue with you, James, because both of them have got so many amazing movies, to be honest. So, I think you were good. Did you think I was going to say 80s because of RoboCop and stuff?
Yeah, I thought you. I remember you saying 90s now. What about previous streams, actually? But in my head just then, I was thinking, there's no way he's not going to say the 80s.
No, I've actually wrote my video script out, but I'm doing a top 20 90s movie soon because it is my favourite decade. I was going through them all the other day, and oh my god, it was hard to come up with 20. I had like 50 written down.
Yeah,
but I love both. I love the 70s as well, to be honest.
To be honest, from like the 60s onwards, I do genuinely think it's, every decade has so many great movies in it. Like, I'm not a big fan of when people just dismiss old films or the ones who just dismiss the current state of cinema. It's like there's still really good films back then. There's still really good films coming out now. I think, it's just so many films in every decade that I don't see how you can dislike a decade of movies, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same, mate. I mean, I can pick loads of positives from each decade, to be honest. Like, when you done that 2014 video as well, I was like, I didn't realise how many great movies came out just that year. And the last decade isn't one of my favourites when I think about it, but when you go into it, there was actually a lot of arguments to say it is a great decade. So,
yeah, I mean, because I think that's the year when I really got into movies. I remember just because before 2014, I was a blockbuster kid, I was still young as well, so I was just watching, Marvel films. Star Wars was just about to come back, and Jurassic Park was about to come back, and all that stuff. So I was fully into the blockbusters. But I remember in 2014 watching things like Grand Budapest Hotel, Whiplash, Gone Girl, American Sniper, and just being like, oh my god, there are some freaking amazing movies coming out. And I think that's when I really started to get into films.
Yeah.
But
so it's like an important year for you.
Yeah, that's why I had to make a video on it. I was like, I've got to talk about this year. So many good films. I think 2016 was a bit like that as well for me, where again, all these films which weren't really blockbusters were just coming out, and I was like, wow, there's so many incredible films here.
Yeah. I think 2019 was pretty strong as well for me. But
it was.
There's just so many good years, isn't there, when you think about it?
Honestly, I'd go like 2014, 16, and 19 of recent years have been fantastic. And I honestly wouldn't put 2021 too far behind. I thought that was a really good year.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed last year.
Where am I at? Steven Spielberg or George Lucas?
Well, that's a hard one for you, isn't it, James?
I mean, I am gonna have to go Spielberg because he's got such a big catalogue, but I do absolutely love George Lucas. I really respect George Lucas because Hollywood really tried to consume him and make him this big Hollywood director, and he was very stuck to his roots, and he was gonna do what he wanted to do, and I really respect that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who you're gonna go. I mean, you've got to go.
I am gonna go Spielberg, but George Lucas probably made the most important movie in history of film, so or one of them anyway. But yeah, Spielberg for me is one of the most consistent directors out there.
Yeah.
And even today, he's making West Side Story. I don't even like musicals, but I love that film. So.
Yeah. He is so good. He really is. He's such a talented director. I'm already excited to see how on earth he's going to follow West Side Story up.
Yeah. I don't know what he's got planned next, but...
No. Well, I've got a sneaky suspicion. Surely he's going to make Ready Player 2 at some point.
Yeah.
I reckon. But I don't know if that's the one to follow up West Side Story with.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to be on the same class as it.
I know.
Probably more of a fun movie, and I don't know. I just think he's made so many, like, a lot of popular films, like Jaws, Jurassic Park, and stuff.
Yeah.
Spielberg, he's just like got these segments in movie history where he stamps his name on it, and he's like I said, very consistent for a lot of decades there. Like Jaws was 70s, so
yeah. And it's just one of those things where it's like, create such an iconic character, not necessarily creative, but you got to make, the Indiana Jones films. Yeah. And then he goes on to make something like Schindler's List, and it's like, the hell? How's that by the same guy?
Yeah, he's very versatile.
Absolutely.
Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you like Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List by the same guy. Catch Me If You Can or Empire the Sun. It's like, it's amazing that he made all those films.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your favourite box set you own?
I'm not sure. Probably me Lord of the Rings extended editions, but they're not 4K. They are Blu-ray, but probably are just because the films are so amazing. It's a nice thick box set. So
yeah, do you know what? I think that's up there for me as well. I like my Criterion Godzilla set as well, I'd say. Yeah. But I think Lord of the Rings and my Godzilla set sort of tied.
I like a lot of the Arrow box sets as well because the artwork in them and stuff. Like I've got the Ring, Phantasm, stuff like that. Children of the Corn. A lot of effort goes into them, so I do like them.
I like it that Arrow do like individual ones for some of their movies because they've got a 4K American Werewolf in London up for pre-order, I think, and I'm very tempted. I must say, very tempted to get that.
Me too, because I missed out on the Blu-ray box set, and they're sort of doing it again in 4K. So I'm tempted to get it myself, to be honest.
I want them to do that for The Thing as well, because I missed out on the box set for that, and I'm hoping they do a 4K set for that as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure they will, because Studio Canal have just done it, haven't they? So
yeah.
They may do, but I don't know. It seems too soon.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will be anytime soon. But I've got my hopes up. I'd love for them to do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space set as well.
Yeah. That would make sense because the other one went out of print really quick, the Blu-ray, so it makes sense for them.
Yeah, I could jump on that Blu-ray really quick.
Yeah.
I literally sort of discovered the movie, decided I wanted to get it right as it went out of print. So I was like, right, I've got to get this really quick or else I'm going to miss out.
Yeah, quite lucky there. My case is a little bit cracked as well, and it's really annoying me. So I probably would upgrade that one.
Yeah, I feel like I think The Thing, American Werewolf in London, Heathers is one I really like, or I'll say the Burbs. If any of those get a box set, I'm buying that.
Yeah. Robocop's coming out again on 4K, isn't it? But I'm just like, I don't really want to buy it because it's the same. It's the exact same, just in the 4K disc. It's all the same artwork, booklet and stuff. But I might get the Steelbook edition of it, just so I've got both, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's your favourite film. I know what I'm like. If they've done a box set of like A New Hope or something, I'd be all over that. But Yeah, I've got the box set of RoboCop as well, and I'm quite happy with that one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm happy with that. So
yeah,
but I feel like I have to.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Are either of you Call of Duty players? If so, what's your favourite? Mine is Black Ops 2.
I used to play it years ago, but I've sort of I bought one a couple of years ago and I haven't bought one since. But I used to play Modern Warfare all the time on the 360. Like that was the very first game I got into online and stuff. I'm not an online player now, but I'll never forget my memories of that game.
See, mine was Modern Warfare 2. My favourite is Black Ops 1, but I remember Modern Warfare 2 being at school. Just come straight home from school. You're on PlayStation. I'm talking to people I don't talk to at school. Like, there's like 30 of us in a lobby playing Mike Myers around Rust, like throwing knives at each other, like no guns, doing the stabbing games and stuff. And it was like, it's so weird.
Yeah. And it's so different, isn't it?
So it was just like everyone tried to scream over the mic at once.
Yeah, it was something that was just so new and everything, wasn't it, for gaming and stuff. So
it's a generational thing as well now, I think. Like, you don't get, like, you've got your parties now. You can all go into your little groups and stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot more advanced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't play it no more, to be honest. Like, it's just, I'd rather just play it for the single player campaign and not go on online. So it's not really worth me paying 50 quid for a campaign that's 5 hours long. I'll probably wait for it to come down in price or something.
See, I bought this one just so I had a couple games on my PS5, and I can't lie, I got bored of this after like 2 weeks. So
yeah.
But, no, you know, it's Call of Duty. The people sort of know what to expect with them now, I think.
Yeah.
Uncharted is my favourite video game franchise, but the trailers for the film haven't been good. And it's from the director of Venom. Well, hey, I don't know. I mean, it might be good. It might be good, but
also though, the director of Zombieland, so
that's the point. The first Zombieland is a class film. I mean,
yeah, I know what he means. Alex, I'm more hold on to it with hope that it's gonna be good, but like I said, I won't be surprised if it's not that good, to be honest. But I think I just want it to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go in with an open mind, and if it's good, fair enough. I've been wrong about films before. I remember Justice League, Zack Snyder's one. I was determined that film was going to be awful, and I had to come out of it like, okay, I was wrong. It was decent. I enjoyed it.
Although Alex didn't really like Justice League, did he?
No, hey, Alex likes The Rise of Skywalker, so we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
What is your favourite video game movie?
Oh, I don't know. I did enjoy Sonic from last year or the year before, but there hasn't been many great ones, has there?
I quite liked actually the Tomb Raider from 2018. I quite liked that one. I thought that
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's about the best I got.
We've got Super Mario coming this year as well.
Yeah. Oh my god, I still remember the video when they announced the cast of that. The best thing ever. Have you seen people reacting to it?
I haven't seen people reacting to it, though.
You got to YouTube this after the stream. Google people reacting to the Mario cast, because it was a live stream. So the guy goes, playing Super Mario is Chris Pratt. And you see all these people go, what?
Didn't they announce it at a Nintendo Direct or something?
Yeah.
And the guy who said it, he went, it's Chris Pratt, and then he went, he's so cool.
Me and Ryan, I shit you not, for our holiday in Future Ventura, we're just walking around the whole time going, he's so cool. He's so cool. That video kills me. But you gotta watch people react to it. It's hilarious.
I'll have a look at that. I wanna see a Rampage with The Rock, to be honest. Because we were talking about it in the group the other day, and
I mean, it's not a great movie, but I'm a sucker for big monster movies. I mean, I love Godzilla, Gamera, all that stuff. So I actually really enjoyed it. but
yeah,
it's sort of on the lines of Godzilla, where it's like dumb human characters, really over the top, stupid stuff. But if you like big monsters fighting, it's a fun time.
Go into it with a have fun type of mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Paths of Glory has to be my favourite Kubrick film. Have you seen it? Often overshadowed by Kubrick's other works, in my opinion. I haven't. It's actually not in my box set, I don't think. Unless it's the last film in it. I'm pretty sure I've only got one film left to watch in my Kubrick box set. I think. But yeah, no, I haven't actually seen that one.
I thought you were getting it down, then, James.
No, I was getting confused with another set I had, but no, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't, to be honest. I've seen quite a few Kubrick ones, but I haven't seen that. Probably because, like you said, it gets overshadowed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 2001 and The Shining, I think, are in most people's top 20 films ever. So,
like Clockwork Orange and stuff as well. He's got Full Metal Jacket. They're the ones I've seen more of, to be honest. He's
got so many great films there that it's like trying to compete with them is going to be a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Watched The Nice Guys last night on Film 4. I'm going to get the Blu-ray for it. It was really good. I think that's what that means. Yeah, I love that movie. I adore it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, to be honest, James. I mean, I've heard you say it on your channel, though, how much you like it. It's not the one with Jonah Hill, is it? No, it's not Jonah Hill, is it?
No, I don't think he is.
Oh.
Unless he has like a small cameo bit that I'm forgetting, but it's Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
I know, sorry.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing the poster and stuff, but I haven't seen the movie. So.
I got a big poster of it up actually in my hallway above my Blu-ray stand in my hall. I freaking love it. It's actually one of the few films I've given a 5 out of 5 to on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I'll have to get that one watched.
It's so fun. Ryan Gosling kills me in it. He is so funny.
I'll help with that one.
What do you think the plot of Scream 6 will be? I think it'll be the same as the other 5 films.
Yeah, I think it might be about Ghostface going around trying to kill people. No, but I done my news the other day, like the movie news weekly. I'm sort of hoping they take a few more brave decisions in this one. Hopefully, I don't think they will.
It's one of those things where Scream, I sort of really want them to keep the consistency there, because at the minute they've all been pretty good. I know the third one's a bit rocky, but I think that it's been the most consistent of the slasher franchises. So I really want Scream to stay good.
Yeah, I mean that is it. On the other hand, it's working what they're doing so far. Yeah. So do they need to make these brave decisions? But I thought the 5th one was going to go in these little directions that I didn't see coming, and it played it very safe in my opinion. But it was still a good movie, so not too much complaining there, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think they will focus on the new characters more, to be honest, in this one going forward, and push Courtney Cox and Sydney back even further, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is probably a smart move. I think you know, to give the new characters some more time to shine. And what's her name? Melissa? Is it Melissa something? The one from
Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega.
She's very good in it, to be fair. So. Do you want another Ghostbusters movie?
Yeah. I would. Maybe not just now. Maybe in like 5 years or something.
That's what I think. I thought this one was a perfect ending, but it's like we've only just got a good follow-up to the first movie. So, yeah, give it another 5 years, and I reckon I'm there.
Yeah. Seems about the right time.
Yeah. The next comment up is by Slipknot fan. I'm not going to bring this one up because it's a big spoiler for Boba Fett. And you haven't... I don't think you're caught up with Boba Fett yet, are you, Jordan?
I'm not, James, no. But if you want to go for it, you can
No, I don't want to spoil it because it's so awesome. But I love what you said in your comment there, Slipknot fan. My dream Batman cast is Thomas Ian Griffith. as the Joker and David Tennant. David Tennant as the Riddler is actually one of the best casting things I've ever heard. I've heard a few people say this, but it's obviously not going to happen now. But David Tennant would have been perfect as the Riddler.
He probably would as the Riddler, I know, but this one going by the trailer looks like a very, very dark one. So could he do that? I don't know. Maybe he could.
Yeah, I always feel really sorry for David Tennant. He's like the Doctor that's been the most typecast. Like Matt Smith's finally got up into doing like Last Night in Soho. Capaldi's been in the Suicide Squad. Poor David. He seems to still be doing like smaller British things.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Thomas Ian Griffith. Why can't I picture that guy?
I don't know. I'm not sure who he is off the top of my head. I'll probably recognise him when I see him, like a few other names that have come up tonight.
Yeah. I just can't picture him, to be honest.
Yeah. Where do we? Did you guys know that Jack Nicholson hasn't appeared in a single movie since 2010? Yeah, he's one of the few actors that retired. Yeah, he retired due to memory loss. I didn't know it was because of memory loss, but I knew that he's one of the few actors that has retired and actually stuck to being retired. Not like Anthony Hopkins, who retires and then comes back 2 years later.
Just the father.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, to be honest, but now you mention it, I haven't seen him in a film since The Departed or Bucket List.
Have you seen the interview where he reacts to Heath Ledger's death?
No.
It is one of the most bizarre things ever. So it's like, I don't even think The Dark Knight had come out yet. Like, he was in a club, Jack Nicholson, and the reporters were waiting outside the club for him because they wanted to tell him or get his reaction about Heath Ledger. So he comes out of this club and they go, Jack, have you heard about Heath Ledger? And he looks at the camera and goes, no, what's happened? He goes, he's died, like, because of this Joker role. And he looks at the camera and goes, I told him not to do it. I told him not to do it. That's honestly the last thing I remember from Jack Nicholson.
So it's like he told him not to do what though? Like kill himself or something?
Just told him not to do the role of the Joker.
Oh, the role. Sorry, yeah, I know what you mean now, James.
Yeah, because he was the Joker, so I'm guessing Heath Ledger probably rung him at some point for advice, going, I'm going to do the Joker as well.
Yeah, because you probably have to get really into the character. Like I know Heath Ledger was in a hotel, locked himself in there for 3 months, didn't he, and to get into the role and perfect the laugh and stuff. So, yeah, sorry, I didn't quite know what you meant there at first.
To be fair, I should have said, because they both played the Joker. But yeah, it's one of those things like everyone who's played the Joker has had a bit of a mental breakdown, it seems.
Yeah, like Jared Leto wasn't he going off on one saying like people give me shit for this and all?
Yeah,
I'm a good actor, and
yeah, I don't know. I'd be if I was an actor. I don't think I'd do the Joker role because everyone who's played it has had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, I think you've got to get it spot on, haven't you, as well, for like the fan service and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
look at Jared Leto. His one did not go over well, and people were not happy.
Which sorry? Oh, with his Joker.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I think he got a little tiny bit of redemption in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I know a lot of people didn't like that scene, but I actually really liked that moment in the movie. So,
fair. I can't lie.
You're one of them people who didn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought it was just weird, actually, to be honest, to see Batman swearing.
Yeah, you could sort of tell that they filmed that afterwards. It was sort of Zack Snyder's like FU to DC, where it was like, if you had kept me on, this is the movie you could have got at some point.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, a little bit tacked on.
Yeah, but I the rest of the movie was really good though. So
yeah.
Right, we might get 2 more questions in. We'll do 2 more. Favorite Tom Hanks comedy film? Always liked The Money Pit. See, I think I'd go with The Burbs now. If you count that,
I would. For the reasons we went into before, to be honest.
Yeah,
I haven't seen The Money Pit, though, I'm not going to lie.
I haven't really seen many Tom Hanks comedy films, so I would have struggled before I'd seen The Burbs. Because most films I've seen from him have been very serious.
Yeah. he started off comedy, didn't he, and then just went totally serious. So
yeah. And let's go with. Have you seen Battle Royale, Jordan?
Yes.
Have you seen the second one?
No.
Okay. I was a question about the sequels. But I would say don't bother with the sequel. Okay. All right. I'll do this one, even though I haven't seen one of them. So I'm guessing this is like rank these films. It says rank there. Sorry if I read it properly first. RoboCop 2, Die Hard 2, and Predator 2. I actually haven't seen RoboCop 2, so I can't do that one.
Okay. I'd go Predator 2 last, and I'd actually go RoboCop 2 second, and then Die Hard 2. I think Die Hard 2, even though it's like the black sheep of the franchise a little bit, I do think it's a solid film, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen RoboCop 2, so I can't comment on that one. But I'd agree Die Hard 2 is my favourite out of that and Predator.
Yeah. I mean, RoboCop 2, it's good, but the first one's like a 9 out of 10. RoboCop 2 is more 6.5, if you like, 7. Yeah. It's an enjoyable enough film, and it's got its moments, but it's just not on the same level.
No, I've heard the second one's all right. I've heard the third one's a bit near. And I'd seen the remake, and I can't lie, I was not a big fan of the remake.
Yeah, me neither.
That's okay.
The third one is bad. The third one is bad, but I like it because it's RoboCop, if you get me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the remake. Yeah, I'm with you with the remake.
Yeah. I need to watch 2 and 3. I do.
I mean, if you don't watch 3, it's definitely worth watching 2, I'd say.
Yeah. There's a little pack out there.
3 is... Sorry, James.
I think there's a pack out that you can get with the 3 films, I think, isn't there?
I've got a little trilogy box there. But 3 goes for like teenage audience, like it tries to make it a 12A and stuff. Where the second one's like really violent again, like the first. So
yeah,
and it's a different guy playing RoboCop in the third.
Oh really? I've seen a clip as well where you can see like his hand behind his back in one scene or something. They didn't edit it out. Is that in the third one?
I can't quite remember, mate. Maybe. I can't picture the scene you're talking about, to be honest.
Oh, no worries. I think he loses his arm or something, and you can actually see the actor's hand like going behind the back of the suit.
Well, there's one where in 3 he can take his arm off and put a flamethrower on there, so maybe it was.
That might be that scene. I can't remember. I've only seen the clip, so I can't go. I don't have many details on it. But anyway, it's 9 o'clock, so we're going to end there. I can see a few people have just turned up. Tom's here. Sorry, mate. And Mr. Jim Jam Movies is here. Sorry, mate. We're just ending. But, well, thank you everyone for coming by. And Jordan, thank you for coming on again. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me, mate. Always appreciated. I haven't done a live stream in a while, so it's good to get on.
Yeah.
I was meant to go on one last week, but I just couldn't at the time. So I had a fresh spot here, and I ain't going to say no to you, mate.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, mate. Honestly, it's always a pleasure to chat to you, you know. I mean, hey, all the streams we've done now on the podcast, it's always a blast.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Well, thank you everyone else for coming by, and I will see you. I'll announce this now quickly. I'm doing a live stream next Monday as well, but it's an off to the movies one because me and Ryan are hitting 100 episodes, so we're going to do a live stream next Monday on my channel. So there will be another one next week.
Congratulations on them 100 episodes, by the way.
Thank you, mate. Honestly, it's I can't believe that we've managed to do 100. I thought me and Ryan would get bored around episode 10 and we wouldn't do it.
Especially on Sundays when you usually hungover, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, you can hear it in some of them now because we've started to record on Mondays, so we're fresh. But some Sundays you can hear it. We're like,
Hi, mate, you're great on there. You got great chemistry and stuff. It's a great podcast. Great listen.
It's one of those things where we sit on PlayStation for hours just talking about movies. We're like, we should record this. Like, I think some people out there would genuinely like listening to us. Yeah,
you should record yourselves playing the game, talking about movies.
Yeah. Oh, there'd be a lot more swearing in that one. See one of us go, sake. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you, Jordan, again, and anyone who's watching on playback, watching now. I'm sure you're all already subscribed to Jordan, but if you're not, there's a link in the description to his channel.
Thank you.
No worries. And yeah, I'll see you all again next week, I guess. Right.
See you later, everyone.
See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.